Hi everybody, it's Janet with Fruit of the Vine Art Studio here. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful evening. Um, we're going to do something just a little bit different here today. I'm going to show you how to take a simple template. Let me just refresh this here and see if I can get it on the computer. I'd love it if when you jump on you just say hey, hi, tell me where you're watching from. I really appreciate hearing from you out there. Let me see, is it here? There we go. Now I see it. Now that way if you would comment I could actually see it there. Thank you so much. What I'm going to do, this is a very simple thing. What I did was I went online and I looked at signage, just regular signage images, and I found one for a man on a tractor. And I thought, now isn't that an easy way? You don't have to really worry about copyrights or anything, I don't assume. I mean, it's signage on the road that everybody sees. It's just a cutout. So I thought to myself, well, why don't we just do that? I'm going to show you a way that we can make a really cool painting and use a cutout that I just cut out from a printed piece of paper with a piece of signage on it. A piece of farm vehicle is what it is. So I'm going to tilt you down, zoom you in, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do this tonight. It's very, very simple, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Let me back you out just a bit. There, that's better. Now you can see it. Okay. So to start with, we're going to do one of our quick, typical kind of backgrounds where we've got a sunset going down here. So we'll start with some yellow. And I'm just going to put it right here on my canvas. And then I'm going to do a little bit of an orange. If I need more, I can always get more. Now, I don't know if this will squirt for me today. It's been having an issue. And I'm, almost afraid of it. There we go. That ought to be enough red for now. Here, let's scrape off that last drop. It's trying to dribble all over the place, so we'll just let that go. I'm going to take my good friend, the chip brush, dip it in some water and get it wet. Take my fingers and just sort of squeeze the water off of that brush. And then using this, starting here at the bottom, I'm just going to work that yellow in a figure 8 all the way down here. Just working a figure 8, and then I'm moving right into that orange, and I'm moving it right down into this yellow. Still moving in a figure 8. I'm going to move more of the orange over this way, just making a smaller figure 8. And I want this to blend right in here. And then I'm going to move right into this red, doing a big figure 8. Let me hold this down so it doesn't, get out of here, Steph. Piece of old hot glue jumped up on there for us. Wanted to make an appearance. And let's see, I got a couple of pieces of brush right there. I can see it. Just knock those off. Continue working this in here. I want it to be a little bit darker on the edge. And I want to work this red right down into the orange and the yellow. Let me dip a little bit off of that red. Just a little, get some of that off. And I'm going to try to move some of this up. Let's see. There we go. That's working a little better. That's making a better orange now. Mixed in that red up there. I'm going to do it again. As Bob Ross would say, just beat the devil out of that thing. Hey, Steve. Thanks for commenting. I really appreciate that. I really, truly do. I'm just going to continue to blend this right here a little bit more. Moving the yellow up this time. And I think that that looks pretty good just like that. Now, to show you how easy this is going to be, what we need next is black. I'm going to put this brush away. Just set it in the water. I'm going to let this dry for just a quick hot second here. And while that's drying, what you could be doing is you would take your template here, which is nothing more than, like I said, it's just a sign from off of the road, just road signage. I printed it out. I took my scissors and I cut it out. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my acrylic paint pen. Now this is my Fleicy paint pen. This is just a black acrylic paint pen. I'm going to give it a good shake. And we're going to put our farmer where the yellow is still showing down there, but it's more of the reddish up at the top. And maybe we'll put him a little further over on this side. So I'm just going to shake this up real good. And we can just set him down. Beneath him will be dark. So let me just set him down here. Very easy way to make a template. One way you can do it is like we've always done. Print it out, flip it over, use your pencil, and make a graphite transfer. Well, this is another way of transferring. I cut it out, and I'm just going to take a pen and just go around it and outline it. Because all I need is the outline of it. Let me get a little bit of pen flow here. And then I'm going to fill it in using my paints. And it doesn't have to be exact. You're just trying to get an outline of it. Getting a little bit of paint on my hand, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt it. Just push my pen down a couple more times. There's his hat. I don't want to put my hand directly onto the canvas, so that's making it a little harder for me to do my transfer there. Now, as we know, these are just knobbies. Alright, just going around these little wheels. And then we can just pull this off. And we've got a perfect transfer right there. So we don't have to worry about how great of an artist we are, how good we could draw a tractor. We don't have to draw the tractor. All we got to do is just cut it out. Makes it so simple, doesn't it? How simple can it get? Now all we need is some paint. You can continue to use your brush or your paint pen if you want. But I'm going to use paint at this point because I'm going to put a little more on there to it. Just get me out some of that black paint and let me get myself one of these nice little brushes. And I may need one of these smaller brushes. Let me get these guys over here where I can actually see what I'm picking at. Yeah, maybe you. We're going to use this one, get a little bit of water on him. There we go. And we're just going to take this and just fill in the little farmer's hat. Here's his head, his shoulders. I mean, to me, that is one of the easiest ways to get a silhouette. You just find you an image online. Of course, you don't want to use somebody's copyrighted images, things like that. That's why you just go look for, you know, regular things like what I just did. You just, I mean, this is signage that's on the road. Someone made a template for it at some point. Yes, they surely did. Okay, there's our tractor driving steering wheel, driving wheel. Yeah, that's the driving wheel. Here we go. Makes it much easier when you don't have to worry about exactly what shape to make. It's already made for you. All you have to do is outline it onto your canvas. So simple. Here's the back of the seat, coming out a little bit further behind him. And then even with this bump around the outside, I know a real easy way to make your bump show up if you're having problems with it. All you got to do is just make it rounded and then use the tip of your paintbrush and make the dots around the outside edges of it, and that would make the bumps around the edge of your wheel. That'd be a very easy way of doing that. Just fill in this front wheel here. Try not to drop my brush while I'm holding it awkwardly so that you can see what I'm painting. That's always an issue too. I'm holding it a little bit awkward for me so that you see. Little bottom bump on there. Fill in this big wheel. Real quick and easy. Just make little bumps coming out here. They don't have to be perfect in any way, shape, or form. Maybe that bump right there's got a clump of dirt in it. And that's why it's sticking out a little bit higher than the other ones. It just got a little clump on it. Okay, so now we've got our tractor with our happy little farmer driving off into the sunset. So what we'll do next, I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to start right along here underneath the tire and just work it across like this. And I'm not too worried about it in front of him. just going to paint all of this black down here. I'm going to get my chip brush back out here in just a moment. As soon as I work this across right through here. I'm going to not see those little bumps right there because, well, he's obviously driving it on the ground. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it right on across over here. Now, we aren't putting all the other farm equipment on it, you know, he's not dragging nothing behind it. He's just out riding the tractor, looking at the fields. There we go, get that just a little bit going right there. Let me get my chip brush out. Get a little bit of black on here. And I'm just going to paint this bottom half very quickly. And we can just let little bits of it get right up over the edge of where the land line is, which helps achieve that look of just fine grass and little growth. There's growth on the ground. Just very fine growth on the ground. Make it a little higher over here. He's headed that way. Okay, how quick, how easy, and how simple was that? There he goes, riding down the road on his tractor. That's really all we got to do to it. Now, if you'd like, you could always add a little fence behind him. You know, he could be in his field. Put this down, and let's get us a little flat brush. We can just let me see, make it, there we go. Take this, just gonna bring it down. Get us another one. Put it about, oh, we don't want it to be, we want it to be kind of close to the tire, but not on the tire. Right there. And let's see. We'll just put it right in front. Wait a minute, what am I doing over here with this wet brush? I'm gonna put that in the water. Good thing I'm wearing a black dress. Good thing I'm wearing this black dress. There we go. Here's a little fence post there. Okay. And then now, he don't gotta have no big fence posts going across like that that would then be dragging all through here. We can just get our little brush back out. We can just make him little. Barbed wire fence going across the top right there. Keep them critters in. Another little barbed wire fence going across right here. Just little fine X's on there. And we get a little more water on it. There we go. I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm going to drag a little fine barbed wire right across through here. And one right across here. And we'll come casing's going to come out right about here. And then we'll just make a little smidge. You're not really sure what you're seeing there. It's just a little something on the wire. Just a very small little something on the wire that you see there. Okay, let me thin it down a little bit. Let me get this bunch of brushes out of the way so I don't got to reach in over top of it. And maybe if I move this paint over here just a little bit, that'll be helpful. Okay, a little fine wire coming across through here. It's not exactly straight. It don't gotta be. Couple little barbs on it. Just teeny tiny little bitty. You don't even gotta make them complete. Just kind of sticking over the edge. Just little pieces of X's. Okay. Now he's got his little barbed wire fence going along behind him, and he's driving his tractor. There he goes. Maybe we'll put a little bird over here in the sky. Let me turn it back this way. Put another one next to it. Ooh, I don't want to get it on me. Just a couple of birds. Maybe a little further back there. And then we can take a little bit of orange. Get us a cotton ball. Get that orange on it. And we'll just kind of put a little poofy orange cloud right along in here, and another little poofy orange cloud underneath it. Do another little poofy cloud over on this side, maybe. I think I need just a little more orange. Just a little. Kind of going off the edge on this one. And just a little further right there. There we go. Give it just a little bit of some cloud. Get these to show up a little better. We're doing that just using this. Where's that yellow? Just a smidgen of that. Yeah. Yeah, just the smallest amount of that. Get a little bit of that yellow to it, and that'll make it just pop out a little better. Show up a little more against that sky. Okay. I think I'm going to let it go right at that, guys. I'm going to sign it and stop right there before I go any further. It's got everything it needs. A couple of crows in the sky. It's got the guy on the tractor, a barbed wire fence, some clouds, and that's that. That's good enough for me. Let me just get a little bit of this. Oh, I put the yellow away, didn't I? It's all right. We'll go back to this orange. Maybe there's enough right there. All right. There it is. And once again, it all started with a sign from the highway that I printed out in my cutout, laid on top of my canvas, outlined it, and there we have it. There he goes. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will see you again. Let's see. There'll be a video for you this Saturday, and then I will see you again next Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you. All right, guys. Bye.